How does the films qualify as cinema of white grievance? According to the article that was written, it mentions how Rocky was the underdog in the film, and it's comparing it to the case of Bake, and how Bake is being the underdog now, because they're not letting him into the university, even though he has better grades and better of the minorities that are being led into the university. And he is giving the example of Rocky, how Rocky also wasn't giving he was being the underdog. He wasn't giving the opportunity, even though supposedly he was better than everybody, all the other blacks that were giving better treatment and better privileges than Rocky. So he made it seem that the roles were switched. Now the whites didn't have like opportunities, the whites didn't have privileges, and the blacks now had privileges, and that's what the author's trying to say. I kind of answered that one. Today's most recent affirmative action that I heard about is about the Harvard University and the North Carolina University. They were trying to they went to the U.S. Supreme Court. It issued a long-awaited decision addressing the legality of race conscious affirmative action in the college's admissions. I'm not exactly sure how the university would accept people. It was based actually by ethnicity, or it was based by grades. I'm not exactly sure, but that's the most recent that I've heard of. I forgot to answer. Do I agree with what the author says, or do I disagree with what the author says? I disagree. Even though they made it seem that Rocky was an underdog and Bake was an underdog, but the reality is blacks didn't really have that many rights. We obviously see, because of the history books and all the history movies that there is out there, and all the interviews of all these people who got to live that time and got to live all the discrimination, that they blacks were the underdogs in reality. Hispanics were the underdogs, but in this case it's the blacks. So whites were not the underdogs, even though they make it seem like they were. I'm not sure if the poor whites that immigrated from Europe in the last part, if they were underdogs. I don't really know, but they were white, so they usually get more privileges just for being white.